da 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 ch da 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 ch da 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 ch da 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 ch da 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 da. Hi, it's me. I'm Ivy, your lovely spider host. And yeah, look at it, 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 look at it. Hi, so it's me. You like my new look? I'm very festive. And also, not only is there snow falling in the background, I light up. So yeah, basically the concept for this video is that I am showing off how I separate the parts and do the model art for Live 2D. I did not record in Live 2D because my laptop can only handle so much, and unfortunately Live 2D uses a lot of RAM, and I don't got a lot of that on my laptop, but it works, so I can rig this model. I don't think recording and doing that at the same time was a very smart idea, so I did not do that. But I will link probably a tutorial that I've followed like down below, or like save it to my playlist or something. But I had a lot of fun making this model, and obviously it turned out really cute. So yeah, we're definitely gonna get into the video, so let's get into that. Yay! So to start, we started off drawing the adorable little snow globe with me in it. Originally I was gonna have like other stuff in the background. I was thinking of like more Christmas trees or like a little snowman or something else, and then I was like, nah, I think that'd be too much. And besides, I wanted to make sure that I was kind of the main focus, and the other two things that I wanted to do just did not turn out well. So obviously I just started off with what we had. And I'm very happy with how all of it turned out in the end, because look at me, I'm adorable. Let me turn on my lights. But yeah, I'm very happy with how the overall concept of this design kind of came out, and I think it turned out a lot cuter than I thought. I apologize for the flashing, it's just how I fill in layers. I don't know why it doesn't show up on my other art. I think it's just because it goes faster. I'm not sure. But there is kind of some mild flashing. I apologize for that. It's just because I'm filling in layers and stuff, so it can kind of happen. I tried to minimize that as much as possible so that it doesn't bother people who are epileptic. I apologize. Anyways, my point being, I made this model to be a silly model, like the Newt Newt model kind of concept. So obviously, Newt Newt model is basically where my mouth like kind of looks like Pingu's mouth, where it goes Newt 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 Newt, you know, like where it does the little kissy motion kind of. It's basically, that's what I dubbed the Newt Newt model. It's just basically very lazy mouth rigging. And I made it just to be silly and stuff, so when I smile it widens out like ee, and then when I pucker my lips it goes Newt Newt. I just wanted it to be a silly model because I didn't want to do like a super big serious model. And the one that I did intended for like winter time, just like it has little glitches that I need to fix, so we decided to work on this model, which is really fun, and I did an idle animation for the first time. So I feel like I'm improving, and I feel like I've been doing a really good job. I'm very proud with how it all turned out, and yeah. So it took me a little while. I actually decided to scrap this version of the tree and redo the version. As you can see, it is a completely different tree, and it's a little taller and a little less chunk, but still kind of chunk, so obviously that's kind of nice. And I'm very I don't know, I was just really pleased with how all this came out. So I ended up doing a couple of things, but I'm very happy with the overall design of it, so yeah. The snow was fun to do, and I made sure to do some little highlights and a little bow on top, as if I'm a little Christmas gift to you all, I guess. a lot of it was really fun. I actually decided to do individual layers snowflakes, so like I didn't do like the big individual like hand-drawn snowflakes because I was originally gonna do like the little snow effect where it's just falling down in the background and make it like super simple and easy, but I decided to make individual snowflakes to rotate around on a rotation deformer. So that was fun, and then I did like a loop animation thing because there is a parameter thing, like a parameter setting when you make a parameter in Live 2D called repeat, and you can repeat an animation from like beginning to end, so it loops kind of nicely. And it's easier to put on a animation thing without having to hand animate everything like you would usually do with keyforms and the animations, like the animation scene on Live 2D. So I definitely did that, and it was a lot of fun, and I think it turned out really, really well. And overall, I'm very pleased with how the overall design of it ended up looking. And I think I ended up pretty dang cute. Um, and I followed like a lot of tutorials, mainly tutorials on how like the animation like scene kind of works a little better, because there have been some updates since the last time I used Live 2D back in, I believe, May. Um, and definitely there are some really cool features that I've seen that have been added since I last worked on Live 2D, but I have Live 2D for a year, couple years now, so I'm very happy to do my little thingy thing on here. It's really fun making models and just being silly with it. I have some plans for some models, and I have some plans for some animations. I usually, like, when I didn't have Love 2D, I would animate on Teen Squid on my iPad, which is very similar in concept, but instead of, like, meshes and stuff, they're more like bones, so you'd kind of have to do it a different way, but it's still very similar in effect, and there wasn't like a physics thing. But I like Live 2D because I know the program pretty well, and most programs that have features kind of like Live 2D, like Toon Squid does, I can kind of figure out pretty easily. But I ended up being very happy with this model, and I also have a nice little surprise, another Live 2D video that I'm gonna be doing come a week or two from now, probably next week, probably I don't know, I'm working on it. Basically, I think it's gonna be the week after next week, but basically I wanted to do an animation thing, like an animation thing where I draw the art and then I show the animation at the end, kind of like what I did earlier this year with the lovely freaking, what is it? Oh my god, my brain is malfunctioning. The truffle cookie animation I did for Cookie Run for Halloween. Um, I plan to do that because I wanted to make a cute little animation for wintertime. Because I have a special character that you guys have definitely seen on this channel. It is a Krampus lady that I made because I think Krampus is pretty cool as a concept. And I also think I'm going to do a mythology video like I did for the first year when I did this video. So there's a first video that I did a couple winters back, I think in 2022. And it was about the history of Krampus and Krampusnacht, and a lot of like old Alpine legends related to Krampus and stuff. There's a lot of really cool, they're just really cool, interesting legends that I feel like I want to share because I love pagan lore and I love like mythology and stuff, and I just think it's fun. But anyways, thank you so much. Let's get to the end of the video. So yeah, next couple of videos are gonna still be Christmas themed, gonna be fun, and then we're gonna have just a ton of fun working on all sorts of stuff for the next year. I'm excited for the end of the year. I hope you guys are having a good time, and I hope you guys are just doing well. So thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.